I mean, Mr. Wike is like God, Saint Wike. He knows everything. He knows whose presidential ambition is dead on arrival. He knows who they beat mercilessly, but Atiku Abubakar did not beat him mercilessly during the primary. No. They didn't even beat him. I think he won the primaries. He won the PDP primary. He was pretty big candidate in the last election now. You see, our politicians forget that life is transient, and power, most importantly, is transient. Coming from a man that his own presidential ambition was dead during the party primaries, and like Dino Melaye said, he tried so hard, he begged him. In fact, one paper quoted 19 times, but I didn't see the full letter, so I can't quote that. But he said Dino Melaye claimed that he begged him to be Atiku's running mates. That wasn't possible. Then what afterwards, we started hearing fights between him and Atiku.
Because late last night, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike made some comments on Channels TV saying that the former Transport Minister Rotimi Amaechi's attempts at the presidential spot are, quote, dead on arrival. So Amaechi, who's a member of the African Democratic Congress, Wike said he knows he won't get the ticket. I read that he said he knows the weaknesses of the president, so he knows how to defeat him, but he also knew the weaknesses of the president in 2022 when the president defeated him mercilessly in the primary. And, I know this was briefly discussed earlier, but Rufai, I'll start with you. Just your reaction to these comments and, that intense quote, dead on arrival. I mean, is that true?
Coming from a man that his own presidential ambition was dead during the party primaries, and like Dino Melaye said, he tried so hard, he begged him. In fact, one paper quoted 19 times, but I didn't see the full letter, so I can't quote that. But he said Dino Melaye claimed that he begged him to be Atiku's running mates. That wasn't possible. Then what afterwards, we started hearing fights between him and Atiku. Mr. Wike is like God, Saint Wike. He knows everything. He knows whose presidential ambition is dead on arrival. He knows who they beat mercilessly, but Atiku Abubakar did not beat him mercilessly during the primary. No. They didn't even beat him. I think he won the primaries. He won the PDP primary. He was pretty big candidate in the last election now. You see, our politicians forget that life is transient, and power, most importantly, is transient. It's but a fleeting time in life. For all of us in life, we are up here today, we are nowhere tomorrow. Today, there was a man that once said, PDP will rule for the next 60 years. The question is, where is Vincent Ogbula for today? I think politicians should focus on the lives of the people rather than the political grandstanding and calling the other person black when it doesn't suit them. At the same point, this was the same Mr. Wike that served under Amaechi's administration. We forget that in a hurry. So when you were serving him then, he was not weak, he was not terrible. But now you feel you're a master of your own. You shoot him down. It speaks volumes in life. So, as far as I'm concerned, him and Amaechi are both on the same bed. They both lost in presidential primaries. So what's the point? He also had a jab at Babacha Lawa that the reason why Babacha Lawa is fighting Tinubu is because they didn't make him VP. He too, we can say for him, like Dino Melaye said, that he begged him to help him talk to Atiku to be VP. Because let's switch roles. If Wike had been VP candidate to Atiku Abubakar, do you think he'll be fighting Atiku Abubakar today? Anyway, I can say that argument is not empirical because Atiku Abubakar's even VP running mates has left the fold of the political party today. So, anyway, so you can see politics in this country is a funny proposition.
Back and forth. Let me just emphasize, Mr. Wike is just one person, he has just one vote. If Mr. Rotimi Amaechi is able to secure the ticket of his political party, it would be down to Nigerians to determine whether or not he has a fighting chance to be president. This is political speak. I mean, it's not, we've seen things like this, so it's dead on arrival, you not make any headway. But I think it's important to also remind ourselves that we've had surprise candidates emerge as winners. So it's too early to call it. Let me put it that way. The first elected democratic president in this democratic dispensation had just newly minted come out of prison under the military rule, and he emerged as president. We've also had very almost rare in Nigeria where you beat the incumbent. In the case of former President Muhammadu Buhari, and Goodluck Jonathan. So it's not Uhuru to say that you have no fighting chance. Every Nigerian, as long as you're able to meet the criteria as constitutionally provided, has a chance to run for election. So this is just political speak, but I think it's also important to see how political friends and friendships can go awry, as with what's happened with Wike and Amechi. Amechi and Wike were once bosom, and at some point they spoke from the same side of the mouth. But now that things have gone out of the way, he now wakes up to realize that he would not do very well politically. But let's see, 2027 is going to be interesting. But what is most important is for the Nigerian people to vote wisely and to vote the best candidates who are shown working and you believe can lead Nigeria in the best way forward.
Absolutely. And like Ayo said, 2027 is definitely going to be very interesting.